Color. Let's change the color.
And we're live. Hi everyone, I'm Nick.
And I'm Maria.
And this is Full of Brick.
You're full.
So we've been on a hiatus for 2 weeks. 2 weeks. So we have 2 weeks of things to talk about.
So many things to talk about. Okay, go.
I guess
I went to Disney World!
we did go to Disney World.
Which was like the happiest place in the world. Always the happiest place in the world. This is my maybe... How many times have I been to Disney World? A lot.
So many. We had our honeymoon in Disney World. I went to Toronto.
I went to Disney World! I know, I kind of missed Brickfete Toronto, and I mean, he scored big there. Needless to say, I haven't been in Florida during the months of July or August or summer months for over 19 years. The last time we've been was when we were 19 with some friends.
In the summer, you mean?
During the summer, during our summer break. We usually go during March break or Christmas, and when we had our marathon there, it was January, so we've always gone when the months here are cooler, so over there too, it translates.
So is that why you're wearing your Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse
I'm not
shirt?
a Bedazzler kind of girl, but like, I love this
I'm
shirt.
wearing
This is
a brick shirt because it's about Lego.
Disney Rock!
So I'm going to talk about Brickfete Toronto first, just so we can start off with Lego.
Okay.
And so Brickfete Toronto, it was 4 days. It was Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, similar to Philly Brickfest.
Yes, but it started late.
What do you mean it started late?
Like Thursday, 4 p.m.
It started Thursday, 4 p.m. So I had to pack up all my mocks. I bought those containers from Walmart.
I have more containers for my purses.
Hopefully these will fit in the, if I make more mocks, things will fit inside the...
I guess we'll have to leave you when we go to Philadelphia.
Yeah. But, so I got there, and when I entered the convention center, well, the hall, right away I saw 2 YouTubers.
Oh.
I saw Lego Master 1378.
But did you know right away?
I knew they were going. I knew Lego Master was going.
But who knew who first? Like, that's the question.
Well, I approached them, and I'm like, hey, Lego Master. And he's like, hey. I'm like, Brick Adjuster. He's like, oh, Brick Adjuster.
So you weren't wearing this?
No, I wasn't wearing this.
You were just like,
I was just like,
Nick.
just wearing a hoodie and just like
being you.
Yeah. And then I saw 501st Lego Trooper, and we like, hey. So 501st Lego Trooper and Lego Master 1378, they both brought Star Wars mocks to Brickfete Toronto. I think they were the only ones who brought Star Wars mocks. But 501st Lego Trooper brought a huge, even bigger than Extreme Bricks. It was huge. And it had lights and everything. You saw it on the video. And
check it out.
Lego Master didn't bring something huge. He just brought so many small ones. He probably brought like 30 or 35
so
little
it's like
small.
for like mini mocks.
Little scenes, yeah.
Yeah.
But so
that's cool too.
I got in and I asked the organizer Jamie, where should I set up? And she said, oh, just look for your mock cards on. They should be on one of the tables. So then I looked, and it was actually on a table right in front of the entrance.
So you were like highlighted front and center.
Yeah. So when people
by fluke.
By fluke.
Yeah.
When people walk in, I'm the first thing you see.
They're the first thing that they get. Because apparently in Brickfete there weren't those ropes that protect or keep your box at a distance from grubby little fingers.
It was free for all. So on the public days, we were just
swatting hands away.
I memorized the phrase, "Please don't touch. Please don't touch."
But is that the intonation?
Please don't touch. After a while,
did you have a mean face?
After a while, it became, "Please don't touch," and then the parents would be like, don't touch that," stuff like that. So.
Wow, was your throat all dry towards the end of the day?
It was okay. I was basically copying this other guy.
Please don't touch.
Who was?
Please don't touch. Don't touch.
I think he was in grade 8 or grade 9. But his dad was the one who made those big.
Marilyn Monroe buildings.
They're called maxi builds.
Oh.
So remember last year?
Like
last year there was the Unikitties.
Yes. Oh, I like those.
So,
and the Batman and Superman.
So not the Unikitties, but the Batman.
Yeah.
So his dad, I guess their tag name is Capital Bricks.
Oh.
And so he brought like a Wookiee, he brought a Jawa, but then he showed me on his phone what he has at home. So he has his big screen TV, and all around it are all these maxi figs. And so what he also has, he has Han Solo in Carbonite, He didn't bring it, but it's a Han Solo and Carbonite.
But like a minifig Han Solo or like a Han Solo? Because last year there was a Han
It's
Solo.
a big gray or silver.
Like, is it like a minifig Lego Han Solo or is it like the real a human Han Solo?
It was a minifig.
Oh man, that's cute.
And then he has so many. So
wow.
He actually brought. They went
to. Ask him what he does for a living?
I'm not sure. But they went to Comic-Con, but not San Diego. It was I think Ottawa Comic-Con. And they had Darth Vader was there and different people, and he had Darth Vader sign his Darth Vader,
cool.
And he had someone else sign
Darth Vader.
signed the Han Solo and Carbonite. So that was cool.
That's cool.
So we got our lanyards. So the first thing on the Thursday was the meet and greet, and so we all went downstairs and.
There's a downstairs of that place.
Yeah, there's a downstairs.
The basement?
It's like a meeting room or something.
Oh.
So it's a big kind
of. How many people were there?
Auditorium.
100?
I'd say maybe
75?
100.
50?
100. All these.
Adults.
All these people there.
Okay.
So there's a whole list of everyone. I don't know if they want their names, so that's why I'm just showing you.
Yeah.
So it's all. But so that was the first. So during the meet and greet, it was the first game we kind of played. And so we all got these poly bags here, the Nemo poly bags, and it was right off the bat we had a speed build, and so, but we had to build it on our laps. That was the thing. So Janie was like, okay, you guys have a speed build, but you have to build it on your laps. You can't go onto the floor or anything. And
it's
so
140.
They're a fast counter.
Well,
and so. This is what we built.
I like that. I've never seen this before.
I have to build it on our lap.
Such a fun build.
So there's a crossover with Disney here.
And flips. It's like I was meant to be in Disney, and you were meant to be making a Nemo Lego.
So that was the meet and greet, and then also during the meet and greet, there were raffles. So we all had tickets, and then so we had to put our tickets inside a big barrel. And on the back were a whole bunch of
modular pictures of them. It wasn't the
modular set. They were just smaller sets. And so from the raffle, I was able to get Atlantis. So what it was there were a whole bunch of sets on the ground, and then they were just picking names or picking numbers, and then so my number was picked after like a whole bunch of people. So I picked
2011. That's when Chicago.
Oh. So there were bigger sets that people were picking. So it was like first come first serve.
Yeah.
If your number was picked, then you can choose anything. But then if you're taking too long, then they start counting down and go 5, 4.
No.
And then if you take too long, then they'll just give you a Chima set.
Oh no.
So I just grabbed this one, but stuff that were left were like mugs and all these things. But
did you get a mug?
No, I just got this. And then there was something else I got. During the meet and greet, there were trivia questions being asked. And so I was able to get this from answering a trivia question.
What was the trivia question?
It was...
How many Lego do you have? 10.
Huh? Is that the trivia? What?
Yeah, was that trivia?
No. So all the trivia questions were from the Lego movie.
Oh. And
so I think my question was, name the superhero who was not in the Lego movie. And so she was saying like Batman, Superman.
Oh, it's a multiple choice.
She was like Batman, Superman, Incredible Hulk, and a Green Lantern. I'm like, oh, Incredible Hulk, and then correct, and then I got this.
Very good steal. Because I know you could get this for $5 somewhere, but really it's $33.99 Canadian.
Yeah, you're talking about that book.
Yeah, the book fair just now.
But this is cool because you get 2 minifigures. You get a police minifigure here and a cop, and then you get 130 bricks.
That's good.
But Mason will probably build this. We'll just get him to build that.
Yeah.
Next was the mosaic build, and so
yeah.
I thought this was a game, but I think it was just Janie just trying to get us to build her mosaic, because there are all these tables, and we all got these little printouts on a 16 by 16, and then all the cups were in the middle, and then it's like go, and then actually maybe the winner did get something, but I don't know. But we all just had to do this our own little mosaic, and then the footage is on the video,
that, yeah.
And apparently they all fit together to make this big fish
Oh, cool.
if you fit all of them
Yeah,
together.
yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah,
that
she
was
just
that.
made you guys do it.
Yeah, I think so. That was fun though. And then
Okay.
the last thing that day was it was called the Lug Roundtable.
Oh,
So what a lug is Lego user group.
Lego user group.
And so there's different lugs. For example, when we went to Philly Brick Fest, the lugs there were Penn Lug, which
Yes.
stands for Pennsylvania Lug. There was Steel City
I
Lug,
wanted to say that, but I couldn't remember.
which is
I wanna
the
say, like,
Pittsburgh,
metal
because
town lug.
Pittsburgh is Steel City. And then there was another one too, but in
And then we
Toronto,
had Tube Lug.
Tube Lug, and then in Toronto there's Toro Lug, which stands for Toronto Lug. But I didn't realize, but the emblem or the mascot or the
Yeah.
symbol is a bull because it's Toro, like Toro.
Which is so nothing at all to do with Toronto.
And then also at Brickfete Toronto there was Parlugment,
Oh, so Ottawa?
Ottawa, and then there was one called Wacko Lug.
They didn't want to be Otlug.
And then there's K Lug.
Wacko Lug?
There was K Lug, which is
Quebec,
QUE.
Yeah.
There was a lug
K-Lug.
from Michigan. There was a lug from like the Maritimes there too. So all these lugs were together, and then they were just kind of swapping, kind of how the different lugs work. Like, does your lug charge membership? Do your lugs?
There's charge of membership?
Some people do. Do your lugs charge?
Or lug charges.
They don't
Okay.
actually. Does your lug charge venues a fee to exhibit the creations that you make?
Mhm.
So some of the ones in the States, like some museums might seek out their lug to exhibit, and then they charge them some money.
Like the members charge the museum.
Yeah.
Not the museum.
So
charge
it gets
you.
kind of like stickly because
There's just no
where does
standardization.
where
There's
does
no standard.
well it gets sticky because where does the money go? So some of them have like money in the bank, but then there's like $7,000 there. But then what are they going to do with that money? Are they
Does
going
it go to each person? Does it?
And then some people leave the lug.
Yeah,
and
that's right.
So it gets all weird like that because it's a non-profit, but then there's this money there, so it gets all weird.
Because you can't just propose, say, I have this big project, give me $1,000 for bricks, because somebody might not need.
Yeah, so they're just talking about stuff like that.
Interesting. Okay.
I'll go on to Friday after. You can talk about what happened on your first day at.
So we left the Tuesday, so 2 days before Brickfete started,
Okay.
and we flew out of Buffalo. We usually try to fly out of Buffalo, even with you, just because our tickets from Buffalo are half price. I kid you not. And I usually go through Expedia.com. So I think it was about $198 per person to go to Orlando from Buffalo. And
the only thing about Buffalo is we tried Buffalo one time before, and it was during Canada Day
which is the same
weekend.
time around now, and we didn't.
We got stuck at the border.
We didn't think about we didn't think how busy it would be, and we got stuck at the border, and we were late for our flight to New York City.
So you didn't get stuck in the border this time?
No, there was actually no one at the border, but we left on June 30.
Okay, last
June
time
30,
we
Tuesday,
left
right? I don't know. They probably
July.
June.
Yeah, we probably left. I don't think we
But
didn't.
there was no lineup. There was no lineup. And this time our flight was at 4 p.m. So I left the house at 10 a.m.
Wow.
Because we're thinking, let's have lunch. Well, I wanted to go for lunch there.
Oh, you also
I wanted to go to
wanted
the Premium Outlet.
You wanted to buy things.
Yes, I wanted to go to Disney Outlet, the Premium Outlet Mall, because I wanted to get like those twirly whirlies or lights
Yes.
for the light show at the Disney store. Thinking at the Walt Disney Kingdom. So instead of my kids buying from the cart people, I have it already, but that didn't work out.
No.
I did get a very cool Darth Vader case set, iPhone case.
Okay.
For $1.
Oh, it's only $1.
Get it?
But it's not
so
an
cool.
otter.
It's not an otter, but
Where
it's
is it?
dropped
Is
it.
Okay, keep talking. Oh.
It's so cool. I like it. It was like originally for $25. Anyways, so we fly out of Buffalo, through Atlanta, and then by the time we got to Orlando, it was pretty much 10:30 p.m. So it was a late flight, and here I'm dragging, my poor mom and the 3 boys. And I had originally reserved in an SUV, and then I upgraded that actually to a van so that we can all fit together. So that was my day 1. Day 2, we went straight to Epcot. And I didn't pre-buy any tickets. First off, I just bought them at the gate. I bought a 3-day package. So, but that said,
How much are tickets now?
it's about $110 for Magic Kingdom for 1 day.
Per person.
Per person.
Does it matter?
I think it's a little bit cheaper
Kids are
for
cheap.
kids, like I don't know if it's 105, like marginally cheaper. And then like I think it's $100, so $10 less for the other parks. So there's 4 parks altogether in Magic Kingdom. So my initial plan was to go to Harry Potter 2 at Universal's, but culture shock, I didn't realize how hot it was in Florida during July. Again, because we go during winter months, it wasn't always so bad. It was just nice and pleasantly warm. But oh my God, we wake up the next morning and it was already 98 degrees Fahrenheit.
Wow.
Like we were dripping.
What
Like,
is that in Celsius?
like 38.
38 Celsius?
We were
100 degrees is 40 Celsius.
Yes. So we're dripping. Like I couldn't stop my sweat glands from flowing like a river. And it took us 3 days to acclimatize. And I think by then our sweat glands were just so tired of throwing up sweat.
What was the best part of Epcot? Oh, Canada?
So we went there for Canada Day. That was it, July 1st. And
Yeah.
I had the boys wear like their O Canada shirts. And there's a bunch of Canadians too wearing the Canadian flag. So it was kind of nice. We wish each other Happy Canada Day, Happy Canada Day. I haven't been to Epcot in over 5 years. The last few years that we've been going and taking the boys to Magic Kingdom, or we just took them to Magic Kingdom.
Yeah.
We kind of didn't bother with the other parks, and instead we would go to Universal's as a second.
So this was
park.
their first time.
So
at
this is the
Epcot.
first time at Epcot, and I don't think they were. I mean, they enjoyed it, but I don't think they were that impressed by it.
They didn't have rides?
They liked the ride. So there's
Oh, they
like the
didn't have-
golf ball ride, which is Planet Earth. I can't remember.
Okay.
And then there's like land and sea, and then there's also space over to the side. So right when you get there, we hardly did this, but right when you get there, there's like golf ball, and then flanking off to both sides, left and right, are rides, right? But we never did because all I wanted when I was little was to go through the countries.
Mm.
A part that my boys found boring.
Yeah.
I mean, they watched.
I found that boring too as a kid.
What I didn't realize, and I don't know, maybe it's because again, like, I don't know, but like, there's so much alcohol in Epcot. I don't know if it's a new thing in the last 5 years, or maybe I'm missing something.
People
when
are
I was
drinking
younger.
the different beers.
Yeah,
around
so
the
beer
world.
in Germany and Norway, and then wines in Italy and France, and margarita, and all these things from Mexico. Like, people are just walking around with their beer at 11 a.m. in the morning.
Mm.
But I mean, I was a very responsible parent.
Yeah.
So it was fun. I mean, I still liked it. What did the kids get? Oh, Tristan and Mason, we got, because it was so hot. They're selling these things that have a fan.
Yeah.
A whirring fan, which is
spray.
and a spray, a mister, a misting fan. So they bought that. It's $20 a pop, and oh my God, it was a lifesaver.
Mm.
And also this time around, we brought in a cooler and extra drinks.
So they let you bring in.
They do. They do a bag check, but then otherwise, it's like bring as much as you can. And we would drink that within like the first 3 hours, and then we're still buying drinks to no end because it's so hot.
This Canada's Wonderland doesn't let you bring.
No. Now, I wanted to stay till the very late because they would have a parade at night. But by the time we finished our last ride, which was around 8:30, so we're there like pretty late. We were there from like 10 to 8:30. Like, you know, drive the kids all over the place, eat popcorn for $4 a pop, over and over again. It started to thunder, and all we see are people running, like running. So we're like, do we stay for the parade? Do we go? So we ended up running because it's still,
Running home.
running to the parking lot.
Oh, okay.
Because like you know how in all the parks you're still riding those trams.
Yeah.
You don't just walk to your car. It's so far away. So thank God we did run with the crowd or whoever was running, because as soon as we got into the car,
Oh.
so if it isn't like blaringly hot, it's like torrential.
So then it cooled you down. It was good.
Yeah, but you know we don't want to be soaking. Anyways, that was day 1, day 2. We went to the Magic Kingdom, which I think ultimately is still my ultimate favorite.
Yeah, my
And
turn.
No, it's because we're not there till Thursday yet. This is Wednesday, right? Then
Okay.
you can have your turn.
Okay.
So much for entertaining anyway. To our one viewer. Who's our one viewer?
Go.
And then we went to the Magic Kingdom. But that said, I did buy already a 3-day pass, and even like the scanning in Disney World this time, it's different. Like the last time I've been was like almost 2 years ago.
Now it's all electronic.
So electronic. I mean, it was electronic then too, but before it was like a little piece of cardboard is your ticket, and you scan it through, and even your fast passes, you have to go to each individual ride to get a fast pass, go to the next ride, go back, you know. Now it's just like a card. It's like a credit card. It's plastic, and then you scan it into these globes that has an insignia of the mouse symbol, and then it has a circle around it, and when you put it beside this globe, the Mickey Mouse symbol turns green, meaning your pass is good to go.
Does it ever not turn green?
Yes.
Oh.
And then
You
for
saw some
adults,
people it turned red.
mine.
Oh.
Because I couldn't remember which finger I used the day before. So for adults, you need to scan in and your fingerprint, and I'm like,
And why didn't it work?
I couldn't remember which finger I used. Was it my thumb? Was it my finger? So they reset me because, you know, I was like,
Yeah.
In any case, and then also the fast passes, now they have fast pass kiosks. So you go to one of these.
They had that before.
Did they? And then but you can only sign up for one ride at a time still.
They had that.
Now you can do 3 rides at a time.
Oh, that's new.
So there's like a premium ride list where you can select 1 out of the 4 premium rides.
Okay.
And then you can select 2 out of like 7 of the non-premium shows, events, or rides, right? So you can have 3 at any given time. But even when we get to the parks at 10 a.m. in the morning, because people all over are just signing for fast passes already online, like months in advance for like the bigger rides.
You can do that?
Yes. So Susan's done it for August. It's totally cheating!
You have to be at the park.
Totally cheating! So anyways,
Wait, is there a date then? Or you can use it any time?
A date? No. So when you get the fast pass.
No, I mean online. If you do it online.
You have to select the date. So you know for sure that, August 10, you will be at Magic Kingdom. And you have to be at these things. So when you do your fast pass, by the time we're scanning in at 10 a.m., because that's when we're there, the only rides available are like 4 p.m., 5 p.m., 6 p.m., 7. And then you can't replenish your fast pass ride until you finish that whole slew of either time or rides. They're scammy.
So what was your favorite Magic Kingdom ride?
What's your favorite Magic Kingdom ride? I like the 7 Dwarves.
That's what Tristan said.
I like the 7 Dwarves.
I don't.
Mason didn't like it so much. Mason's a little
scary.
scared. But he liked the twirly cups.
He always likes it.
Same like the twirly buckets in Canada's Wonderland, which we didn't talk about, by the way, and that was like the previous weekend.
I thought we did.
Did we? Oh, we did.
Okay, because we went on a Friday.
He likes the cups, and he also liked the Buzz Lightyear shooting. Right? I like shooting games because I do well in those things.
Yeah.
And so those were...
But they didn't have real roller coasters, right?
No, so the roller coasters, like there's enough of a dip, but the roller coasters are long. Like it's worth your time to wait. It's not. It doesn't just... It's not just ending. You know what I mean? Like it's not as fast. Yeah. It's not as intense as Canada's Wonderland, but it's also not as fast or short-lived as Canada's Wonderland.
Yes.
I know you do.
Yes, we heard you.
Okay, we got you. And then
what about shows?
But then there's hardly any shows in Magic Kingdom. There's more shows in MGM Studios.
Okay.
It's really rides, right? And there's like a bunch where you can bring your infant, which is Hayden. Basically, we just walk in and it's like a conveyor belt of rides, as you know, like It's a Small World or Winnie the Pooh or Peter Pan, which we didn't get the chance to go on. Like the Haunted Mansion. So he didn't want to go in the Haunted Mansion, and I had to cover his eyes like the whole time. And he's like, I want to see. And then by the end of the ride, he was looking at it. Yeah. And then he liked the ride. But he really didn't like any of the roller coasters because we also had a fast pass for Thunder Mountain, and I was at Really Mean Mom where I literally dragged my crying kid on it. But we did stay for the light show, and I ended up buying them.
The light show is...
A light stuff.
It's at the end.
It's at the end. It's at 9 and at 10:30. So I really wanted to do 10:30 because my strategy was at 9 o'clock when all the people are at Main Street watching it, we could be writing because there's no lineups. But my mom didn't like that strategy.
No.
See, I could push my kids, but I couldn't push
Your mom got tired.
My mom got tired, and I can only push her so much. Anyway,
so here is the
yes, that's my Darth Vader case phone. $1.57.
It's not bad.
It's originally $26.
But it's not sturdy. You can drop this and break your phone. I don't want to break your phone. Okay, day 2, Friday for Brickfete Toronto. The first thing was we got it was a presentation with Kevin Hinkle.
Oh.
So Kevin Hinkle is the Lego representative who goes to all the different conventions.
So lucky.
And he's also in charge of the different lugs, I think.
How did it become Kevin Hinkle?
I'm not sure. But he was giving out his sig fig if you ask him a question during the Q&A session.
Could I have asked him, what is your favorite brick tile?
Anything.
Really?
And
what was your question? My
question was, what is the criteria for a lug to become a lug?
See, you have these big criteria. I can't even think of that.
So that is Kevin Hinkle's sig fig right there. It's not focusing. Focus. Nah. It's focusing on my hand, that's why. But he has that face, and he has an alternate face. Over here.
Oh.
So Lego.
That's his happy
Lego
face.
made his face. Does he really look like that then?
Kind of.
But doesn't he wear more of a suit?
It's not. I think it's focusing on my brick and duster.
Oh.
But so that was that, and then there was also a silent auction. Actually, here, keep talking.
And I pretty much just saw all of Brickfete stuff on NIk's vlog. That's how I caught up with everything. But when we went to Philadelphia Brickfest, we didn't see Kevin Hinkle because he got called back to Europe somehow that time. So he just sent a whole lovely crate full of Lego boxes. and I didn't get to see him. So it was kind of cool that he did make it for Toronto Brickfest. That said, I keep on checking the Philly Brickfest or the Brickfest website to see if Toronto is on the list. We are not on the list yet, so I don't even know if the show will
I know
happen
it was supposed
in
to
November.
be in November, but I'm not sure.
I mean, it's already August. Like 3 months away. That's like.
So after Kevin Hinkle, we had a speed build, another speed build, but this one was a team speed build. So I think there were 4 people in our group, and each group had this set to build, but it wasn't. We weren't supposed to build the set. We were supposed to build like a mock with it.
Oh.
So what we built was
colorful.
We built like I think it was like a mech plus a little micro city underneath. So the mech was destroying the micro city.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
So,
and you did one?
Yeah, we won, and it was just there was another person who wasn't playing and got to vote on all the different mocks, and they liked ours the best. So.
Who did you play with? Random?
Lego Master 1378.
So you went
501st.
Play with me.
And then it was like a bunch of younger guys.
Oh, okay, cool.
And so each of us got to keep our own set, but then there was a battle off afterwards where all of us had to battle each other and build from the set that we had in like.
And then what do you win after that?
In like 5 minutes or something. I think 501st Lego Trooper won, and I'm not sure what he won. He won something for that. It was something. Next thing was the Tech Ball workshop. And so if you guys don't know what Tech Ball is, it has to do with robotics. So this was the first time I ever played with motors and Technic or anything. So there was a guy there who did a little workshop for the beginners who didn't really know how to do it. So he had these little kits, and you just had to make kind of like a robot remote control car.
Oh, okay.
But it had to fit inside this little container. Because I first made one.
You had to move it, and then it had to go inside this.
No, you just put it inside the container. Because it can't be bigger. Because at first I made it with these big arms and everything. Because you're supposed to put the next thing after the workshop was a tournament. So they made this big course or field with 2 nets and a ball.
Yeah, and
it was 2 on 2.
Oh, I like that.
And so my robot just kept on breaking. So like the gears on one side just kept on falling loose, and so only the wheels on one side kept turning. So I just kept on spinning around in a circle. So I didn't do well. I think the first game was like me and this kid versus the other 2 people. We lost
2 other kids.
We lost 8-0, and then the second game we played, we lost 2-0.
Okay, we're getting better.
Oh, another thing too, though. Every time you participate in one of these games, you get a little ticket, and they call them karma tickets.
Oh.
And so, what these karma tickets are, at the very end during the closing ceremonies, if you have a lot of karma tickets, you have a better chance of winning the raffle.
Right.
Because you have more tickets.
Right.
And so far up to I got a karma ticket for playing in the speed build, in doing the mosaic, in being in the lug round table, in being in the build, the speed build, the workshops.
How much was it taken? $60?
$60. Oh, another game we played, it was the Build Challenge Relay. And so this one was cool. So we picked teams by random draw from like that. And so each team had maybe like 6 people. What it was there were, I guess, 6 long tables, and at the end of each table was a container of random bricks.
Okay.
And so one member from each team would be at the end of the table, and they would have a little card flipped upside down. So then when Janie would say, okay, look at your card, they would look at your card, and there would be 4 different pictures there, and you had to pick one of the pictures and build it.
Oh.
And so you have a minute and a half.
The pictures is a Lego picture already. Like
No,
it's like
it's like a picture. It's like
a real picture.
It's like a real picture of something.
Okay.
So you have to build it in. You have a minute and a half, and then after that minute and a half, your team has to guess what you built.
Right.
So it's kind of like Pictionary or Win, Lose, or Draw or something like that. So, but the thing is, if your team doesn't guess, so if your team can guess what you built for 1 point. If they don't guess it correctly, the team to your left or to your right gets to steal it for 2 points. If they don't get it correctly, the next team gets to steal it for 3 points. If they don't get it, steal it for 4, steal it for 5, and so at the end of the whole game, there were like 5 rounds or something. The team with the most points after stealing, after guessing, wins. So that was fun. There were different things like octopus. I had to make a toboggan. There was like headphones, or different things like that.
Cool.
So our team actually won. We won by 1 point.
Oh, good.
And during the closing ceremonies for winning, each of us got this little trophy that says, can you see it there? It's not focusing. It says relay. Brickfete relay winner. So that was cool.
Is this the Quidditch cup?
I don't know.
Does it say Lego?
It's a Lego piece.
So it's probably the Quidditch cup.
Maybe.
Like what other
set? Little upside down. This is the Brickfete logo.
Oh.
And on this little screen is kind of embroidered or printed Lego. You can kind of see it there. So I got that during the closing ceremony. After that, after the tech tournament, there was something called VIP access, where the public can come in on a not so crowded day.
Friday night. You're right.
Friday night.
Right.
And just take a look at everything.
They paid extra.
They paid extra. And so it seemed like there were like birthday parties, because I think there was like one kid with a whole bunch of kids.
Oh,
and then
that's interesting.
Janie was giving like a tour, and so that was cool.
That's interesting.
Next thing after that was the yard sale. And so this is what I got in the yard sale for $20.
Are we gonna open it?
Eventually, but
You want me to open it?
I'll open it while you want to draw it. It's Elrond. And so this came in one of the I think it came in one of the Lord of the Rings extended movies.
Oh.
But it was before we were into Lego, so I didn't get it. But this is the only.
Really?
Yeah, this is the only Lord of the Rings.
By the time you were Lego, like by the time these guys came out, you were totally into Lego.
No.
Oh. Weird.
I wasn't into Lego when you guys got that set. The big.
You weren't?
No.
That's why it's broken.
I'm pointing at Big T's base. There's what's that set
Holy
called?
cow! I've been into Lego longer than you, and now it looks like I'm so nonchalant about Lego.
Yeah. So Elrond, this is a cool one. I don't have this.
I like that. I do like that torso. It's very nice.
So that was the yard sale, and then the last thing before the lights out it was called Lights Camera Action, where for about half an hour they turned off all the lights. So all the mocks that had glow in the dark or black lights or just light ups just went on, and then you got to see all the cool lights that were available. Okay, so that was Friday. Go ahead.
Friday. So where were we? Tuesday we left. Wednesday, Thursday, Park. Friday was downtime.
So after Epcot Center and after Magic Kingdom, you guys just rested.
We just rested, but we did something because we always do something. Oh, that day the kids went to Jurassic Park.
Oh.
With my mom and my uncle, but because Hayden's just a terror nowadays to
You stayed home.
I never stay home.
Oh.
I do my own. So I went to the Mall of Millennia.
Okay.
And I also went to the International Outlet Center. And then I just kind of hung out. But we did something else.
Did you take footage of that? I don't remember footage of that.
I did, because that was me in anthropology.
Okay. You didn't take footage of Jurassic World because you weren't there.
No, I wasn't there.
Yeah.
But then I can't remember what else I did.
And your mom doesn't vlog.
I have to like watch my vlogs now to see what else I did. But yeah, it was more of like a laid back day. But my laid back day consists of me having.
Was it still hot?
I went to Costco that day.
Oh, I remember that.
I went to Costco that day. I checked out bottles of wine.
So how Maria was able to send footage to me was through Viber.
It's an app.
It's an app. It's
but
like
you need
WhatsApp.
I mean, you could use your 3G, but that's going to take up too much of your data. So whenever there's any Wi-Fi connection, I just spring it on him. And the Disney parks have amazing Wi-Fi connection. It's called Disney Guest.
So
it's
anywhere?
Free,
it's free?
Anywhere.
Oh.
Downtown Disney. So
Downtown Disney?
Yes. So that's how I would send all of the Lego stuff to you.
Ah,
sometimes cool. Maybe some of the bits are just too big. Like some of the videos are just too big. So sometimes I have a hard time, or something about them is just not working. But for the most time, I can just send it off. And as soon as I send it off, I delete it so that my phone isn't clogged. That said, I have to transfer all of my photos.
Yeah.
Because I have 800 photos again that I'll never see again. It's terrible. And then on Saturday, we went to Orlando Eye, which is a big Ferris wheel, and it kind of emulates the London Eye, but on a smaller scale, of course, because the London Eye is just
So you got to see the
grotesque.
city of Orlando.
Not really. It's just like it's just where a more touristy area is in Orlando. Like I don't think I've
What was
ever.
that aquarium?
So that one, so that all those three items, Orlando Eye, Sea Life, and Madame Tussauds Wax Museum, are all in this complex.
Okay.
So you can. My uncle bought tickets for all three because I guess it's more of a combo. And then by that day, it was July 4, so there was a special
4th of July.
July 4 for kids. They
Oh.
only they can ride the Orlando Eye for $4 versus 20,
That's cool.
but it was free. So we went to Sea Life, which is like an aquarium, a small version aquarium. I like fish, but you know I can only see so much fish. The wax museum was cool because I've never been to that kind of wax museum. And these, you know, like you're wondering how big or tall celebrities are. A lot of them are tiny, very skinny.
So they're the actual height.
Yeah, actual height, actual like it's a whole pure replica of how they
But
would look.
you were shorter than everyone. So. Who were you not shorter than?
Well, no, I think I'm still shorter than all of them. But you know, you would think Madonna's like at least 5'9". She's short. Who's tall? Beyonce's tall.
I saw Sheldon from Big Bang Theory there.
Yeah, he was sitting, so I was taller than him. And yeah, so that was cool. And then the one that I was cool. It revolved in about 20 minutes. So I had this idea where they should really have a restaurant in each of these little hubs. And then, you know, you serve an appetizer, it goes around, and then by the time it rolls around, you can have your main dish. Stuff like that. I don't know, but that's my idea. Anyways, yours.
My 4th of July was the first day of public day.
And you missed that so much.
Yeah, of course. On Saturday. So public day was between 10 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Oh.
And so.
But you had to be there at what, 8 in the morning?
I wanted to get there a little early just to make sure I got parking, just because I wasn't
Did
sure.
you have to pay for parking?
No, parking was free. So what we got was we had to press the ticket thing. We got our ticket.
And
then Janie gave us these tickets to feed out. So when we leave, we put in the ticket. But how about
the public? Does the public have to pay for parking?
I think so.
Oh.
I'm not sure. Maybe not. Did we pay last year?
I don't remember.
But I had to stand. Well, I didn't have to stand. I just stood behind my mom.
Because you were swatting people. Don't touch.
Yeah.
You had to start your practice. Don't touch.
Even though I put like a lot of these do not touch signs around it, but the thing was underneath the do not touch sign was yes, you may touch. And so some kids were flipping it over, grabbing my thing and like, please don't touch it. And they showed me the card. Look, it says I can touch. I'm like, you just flip that around. So I flipped it back. But yeah, it was cool. I got to meet. I got to see a bunch of people. So I saw Brick Lover 18. Mm-hmm. He was there.
That's right. But he wasn't there the first 2 days.
No, he only came on the Saturday.
Oh, okay.
And he had this big camera, like fancy camera.
Who's the guy who came last year who kind of...
Oh, Cyan Bricks?
Oh,
I didn't see him this year. I'm not sure if he's into it. I don't know if he still makes videos. But I saw Brick Lover 18, and he gave me a little package that we'll talk about another time because we're going to do stuff with this little package.
Oh, okay.
I saw these 2 Bricklink sellers who I've been buying from. They're Canadian, and they live close by. And a lot of their parts... Can we go to their basement and shop from their And a lot of their parts actually are now part of the Wizard of Oz MOC. And so they were there. I got to meet them, and I showed them the Wizard of Oz MOC, and I showed them all the pieces that I got from them. They're like, whoa, cool. And they actually want to be at Brickfete next year and be vendors.
That's cool.
Because they have a lot of sealed sets that are old, and they want to unleash them.
They have Diagon Alley?
I don't know.
Who has Diagon Alley to sell it to me?
I also saw a few other YouTubers too. So I can't remember them though. Oh, the following day though, I got this from Bricks and Bites, and he gave me his sig fig. He is a YouTuber as well. I didn't realize how tall he is or how short I am, but he's tall. But that was cool. And so that was the public viewing. And then after the public viewing, when everyone left, there was something called Dirty Brickster. It was also on the schedule. I didn't know what it was, but apparently it's a game where each person has to buy or bring something worth about $20, and it's wrapped. And so it's similar to one of the Christmas games that people might play. But so this is how this game works. There's a table in the middle of a circle of everyone sitting in a circle.
Mm-hmm.
And there were 41 people playing, so each person would draw a number, so each person is a number.
Mm-hmm.
And so the first person, number 1, would have to go and grab a present and open it up.
Mm-hmm.
And so different presents there were like pick cups, because those are about $20 Canadian, and just sets. So
did you have to bring something? What did you bring?
I didn't know about it, so I didn't play. I didn't get to play. So I didn't get my
How did
karma
they
ticket
know?
for that. They must have done it the year before and the year before.
No one told you, newbie. Nobody wanted you.
Yeah. So so you get something. Then number 2 the second person can either
keep it.
Can either not keep it, but can either grab something from the table
right.
or steal
The first one.
the first one if they like it. The only thing about stealing is you can only steal something up to 3 times. After it's stolen the 3rd time, it's locked. So there's a strategy there.
Mm-hmm.
If you really want something, you might want to try to
Wait.
steal it or wait. But it was funny because every time someone would steal something, they would go, "Dirty Brickster." Everyone would shout, "Dirty Brickster."
Mm-hmm.
So people were just stealing even though they didn't want the thing,
Yeah.
they were just stealing
So people can say dirty Brickster.
so they could say "Dirty Brickster."
How many people played?
41 people.
Oh.
And so it just kept on going.
A long game.
The best things I saw was this. It was a chrome Darth Vader and a chrome Stormtrooper polybag, 2 of them. But for some reason, it wasn't being
stolen.
Yeah.
So clearly, it's good to you.
The kids
Beauty.
The kids liked it, but the adults didn't like it. The adults were trying to get the pick-a-brick cups and stuff like that.
Value.
So that was fun. And then the last thing was the closing ceremonies for Saturday, because Sunday there weren't any closing
I
ceremonies.
see.
So during the closing ceremonies at the beginning, the awards were going on. And so that's where I got this relay award for the... I didn't talk about this. Oh, I got that wrong. On the Friday, there was the speed build wasn't this. This was something else. This was also speed build, but there was another speed build with the Mini Cooper.
Oh, right.
And so
They won that.
well, we came in second just by a hair.
A hair.
We finished it, and then the group beside us said done, and then we go done. But so they just beat us out. However, since just by a hair, during the award ceremony, they gave us 3 because the winners each got a Mini Cooper themselves. So I think there were 5 or 6 people in the winning group. Each of them got their own Mini Cooper. Mini Cooper is this over here, the green one. So for us, we had 5 people in our group, and we got to split it between 3 Mini Coopers.
That's cool.
And so what we were going to do is, after the award ceremony, we were going to do a parts draft. And what a parts draft is you part out or you split up all the pieces into different lots or into different sections, and then you just rotate through each person. I'll take this, I'll take that, I'll take this. Part of our 5 people was a mother and a son.
Oh.
And so the mother and
That's
son
not
didn't want to stay late parting it all out. So they just asked if they can just keep 1 Mini Cooper between the 2 of them.
Oh.
So we're like, okay. Even though it's better to have 3 Mini Coopers, because if you you'll have more of one thing.
The one element that you
but we were like, it's okay. You don't have to stay.
That's lucky, those people.
So it was 3 of us, me and 2 Toro Lug members, splitting up 2 Mini Coopers.
And they were already strategizing behind your back.
Well, they had they were like experts in parting it out. They had all these Ziploc bags already. And so let me show you how much stuff I got.
He's so happy. I didn't get as many stuff as him. That's a shirt.
So I got this big bag here of all these parts.
Parted items.
A lot of them are tiles, and a lot of them are dark green that I got.
Steady. Very nice.
All these modified bricks. It looks like I just went. I have my own
Shopping.
Bricklink store here.
But you don't.
I just.
Uh-oh, now they can see my little pants.
So all these pieces here of from the Mini Cooper, and so we were there till maybe 11:30, just parting it all out and putting in Ziploc bags. I think the longest part though was putting it in the Ziploc bags, just grabbing them and pouring them in.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how those Bricklink sellers do it all the time.
Yeah.
But so that was the awards.
Yeah.
I also got an individual award at the award ceremony.
He did.
So they give up 2 individual awards. One is called Best AFOL.
How do you get the best AFOL?
I don't know, but
have
for some
wonderful
reason
manicured nails.
there was a teenager, a TFOL that won Best AFOL. It was
That's a little.
it was Lego Trooper
Oh.
504, the one who brought that big huge.
And what does the best AFOL criteria
I'm not sure,
call for?
but Best AFOL, he got a trophy and he got to pick one of the big $200 sets, and so I think he got a big Star Wars set. But the big sets there, they were like the Ewok village was there. There was the sea cow. There were like a bunch. There were like I think 3 sea cows. There were 2 Ewok villages.
Wow.
A bunch of different
and Lego
modulars.
still gave this, like Kevin Hinkle Lego.
Yeah,
provided this?
yeah, it was similar to Philly Brickfest. So I won this, which says Best of Brickfete, and it was for specifically the amusement park. And so afterwards,
Not Wizard of Oz, huh?
no, it was for the amusement park. And afterwards, people were telling me, well, that's a pretty big deal because they only give out 2 awards, and you actually got one. I'm like, oh. And so I was talking to Janie during on Sunday, and I was telling her I was surprised I won because there's so many great mocks there that I thought were better than mine. And she was saying, that's true, there are a lot of nice mocks, but they've seen those types of mocks before. And she was telling me that they've never seen a micro amusement park. And during the Saturday, normally when the public leaves, she always asks them, so what mocks stood out to you? What mocks do you remember? And a lot of the public were saying we really liked the micro amusement park.
And it doesn't hurt that yours was like right front and center when they first enter, first impression.
First thing they saw. But so that I felt that was cool.
Good job, Brick Adjust.
And so with this, I was able to choose one of the big modulars. So I chose the Town Hall,
which is actually our very first modular ever. Ever. This was the start.
So I chose this
of
set,
our Lego accrual.
the Town Hall.
His serious Lego accrual.
And let me just jump into mocks already, because what me and Mason were doing yesterday, we were starting to combine
the 2 modular town halls that we've had.
So this is the bottom floor.
So he just lengthened the pillar, and the doors are interesting.
Yeah, I put another layer. So what I did was Down Under Bricks actually has a design just like this, and so I kind of, it's not exactly like Down Under Bricks because I'm not sure how he did his, but I was just looking at his video, and so I kind of modeled it after, because I think he actually has windows that go all the way up here, so I can do that through. And he changed these blacks into
look at that tree.
I don't want it to fall. And then
it's a very tall modular. It doesn't even stand anymore with our modular cityscape. It's on its own, by itself.
And then this is the other half.
And Mason helped you with this?
He did a lot. He was basically doing most of it. And so I just
giving up on you.
Yeah. So I think Down Under Bricks only has one.
Does it open? There's a hinge here.
Only has one of these balconies and made everything windows, but I was kind of lazy and we just followed the instructions straight and just made duplicates, and then so now it's huge.
It's huge. Tall. It's tall.
Oh, I also left out another game that we played. We were given 2. So this was like Thursday or Friday, I can't remember now. We were given 2 of these sets, and we were given 1 hour to build another mock from them. And so what I built was this, and I call it an ice shed or ice shack.
Nice.
Yeah. Nothing special, but so there's
I
ice
always
on
like
top.
these little things. I like these little lights.
The lamps.
I love them.
I put a couple
They're so
leaves
pretty.
there. Other people were making robots and everything. I just made a nice shack.
That's nice.
And I even displayed it too. I had to decide on my mocks that I brought. So
that's nice.
That's that.
Very cool.
Ice shack.
And then Sunday?
Oh, it's not done yet. Okay, so after all the
Awards.
next it was the raffle. And so the raffle was different from Philly Brickfest because how Philly Brickfest was, we all just put. So I thought with all my karma tickets, we're just gonna add them into a big bucket, and then we would just be drawing. But what it was so there were 14 different $200 modulars. Like I was saying, the Sea Cow, the
Sydney Opera House.
Sydney Opera House wasn't there, but it was part of the auction, which I'll talk about later.
Oh. How much do you think were people getting for the auction? Like, were they surpassing the cost of the modulars, you think?
Some were, some weren't. Some were. The auction was actually for a charity. Something the children. I can't remember what it was. So this is how the raffle worked. There were these little boxes on top of each set, and so what you had your tickets. I counted. I had 13 tickets. Some people had 4 tickets. Some people had 6. I had 13 just because I did so many games.
He participates.
So you can put your tickets in any of the boxes. So you can put all your tickets in one box. You can put one ticket in each one. Whatever strategy you want to do. I had my eye on this set here, which I got. I had my eye on this set. So what I did was I put
12 out of 13.
Half of my tickets in this set. And there were three of these on the table. So I put half of them on this one and half of them on another one.
So you could have had 2.
I had a chance of getting 2. So
9. So that was very lucky. That's still very lucky. There's still a big luck chance involved here.
Yeah. Like I know one of the guys we were hanging out with also had 13 tickets plus their mom had 13.
Yeah.
So they put everything inside the Tower of Orthanc.
Oh.
And then they got the Tower of Orthanc.
Oh. So, it would be awful if they didn't. I'd be like,
So there's cool strategies in there. If you guys had come, we would have so many karma tickets, and
or would we?
Well, if you participated.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's that, and then the last thing was the auction. If you guys see the footage of the auction on day 3, it was very funny. I had to edit it because there were a lot of inappropriate things, but Chris. He's one of the guys there. He was the auctioneer, and he talked like an auction really fast. But then he'd throw in all these jokes. It was funny. But there were different things. People would donate. Some people donated mocks to auction off. Some people had sets. The Sydney Opera House was auctioned off. The white architecture thing. There was a Lego duck.
Oh, the white architecture was there too?
The white architecture was auctioned off. So different things like that. And it was just like a real auction. So
cool.
People were like bidding. Yeah, it was. I didn't bid. I just watched and enjoyed. So that was my Saturday shoot.
I think you talked about my Saturday already.
Your Sunday.
Yeah. So now my Sunday was still
Saturday was
Orlando Eye, and then we also went to the Atlantic Ocean part of Florida. We drove straight east.
Okay.
To go to Melbourne, Florida, where my uncle actually works. So
this is Sunday or Saturday?
Saturday still. That same day as Orlando Eye, because though he lives 7 miles in Kissimmee outside of the Disney resorts, we're gonna inherit his house.
All your clothes are still there, right?
I know. I just leave clothes. Every year I just keep on like leaving more and more clothes. I run out of clothes here, and I even have Anyhow, so we drove there because he does work there. He's hoping to move his practice back to Kissimmee. I think he was just exploring. He just wanted to see what else is there. But it's a quiet city compared, of course, to Kissimmee or Orlando.
Yeah.
Melbourne, right by the Atlantic Ocean, so the boys got to dip their feet in water again. But I didn't get them changed into their bathing suits. I don't know why I bought them. I just had them change into their flip-flops, and ultimately they got wet anyways in their clothes that I had to change them anyways. So I should have just changed them in their swimsuits. But Hayden's funny because he...
Was it his first time on the beach?
No, we went to Atlantic City in New Jersey.
Yeah.
Atlantic City, New Jersey. So he got some water there, but the water there was still way colder because that was still in May. And in Florida, the water is a bit more warm, but still cool. It's still cool, right? So it was kind of funny because he sees the tide coming to him, and he's like mesmerized by it. And then he realizes his feet's covered by it, and then he starts freaking out. And then in his freak out, he loses his balance as he falls, and he freaks out some more.
Yeah.
And then on Sunday, it's still another low-key day.
Well, that's where he sprayed the cat?
Yes.
Spray painting the cat?
Yes. My uncle had all these do-it-yourself projects. It's kind of fun as an uncle. He's my uncle, but he doesn't want to be called their grandpa or their anything.
Yeah.
He still wants to be called
Tito,
which is uncle in my language.
Yeah.
Even if he isn't Tito anymore to my kids, really, it's like grand uncle, I guess.
Yes.
So we went to a church, which is a shrine over there near an outlet mall. We go there all the time whenever we visit. And then the outlet mall was just crazy, crazy ridiculous that I think spent most of the day just hanging out, chilling. I can't even remember what we did that evening. I feel like we slept. And then that evening we went for dinner for my mom's birthday. We went to a sushi dinner. So that was nice. And then the following day was Magic Kingdom, which was already my Monday.
Okay, Sunday. Sunday was the last day of Brickfete Toronto. And so, again, the morning was 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. And, again, I was guarding mocks. But, yeah, a lot of things were going. There was one display of a monorail going around the space scene. One kid grabbed the monorail, and the whole thing went collapsing down.
Oh, my God.
So they had to fix
were his
that up.
parents mortified?
I don't know.
My God.
There was another thing set up with a train. One kid stuck underneath the table, got his hands on the controls, sped it to full speed, and the train just flew off the track. So my thing wasn't as bad as all those, but maybe I was guarding mine more than the other people.
Yeah.
One thing that was cool though, on the Thursday and Friday, I was just able, like during the downtime, I would just go into the convention area and just stare at mocks and just take a look at how things were built. And I would ask some people how they made certain things, and so I learned like all these different building techniques. Like, and then I want to go home and try right away. Then when I got home, I tried and I couldn't really get it, but it was very cool. Like a lot of they're very open to sharing their techniques and.
One of my favorite elements used when we went to Brickfete last year was this beach house, and the roof looked like it was shingled. But what the element they use actually are flippers, swimming flippers.
Yeah, that wasn't there this year.
And it's like interspersed on top of each other, and I thought that was brilliant. Like brilliant.
Yeah, that was one thing I was wondering. Like, is it okay to bring the same mock back?
No,
over
you have to
time?
destroy that.
And so I was asking Janie, and she's like, yeah, but the thing is.
Well, the Mississauga landmarks are all there.
The thing they don't want to see is maybe like 5 years in a row the same thing and not even changing it up a little bit. So like I was thinking about bringing the same thing but maybe adding something to it or
one little tree.
Like a lot of the guys from Torolak are like, oh, you got to get these things motorized. You got to get these things moving by. I'm like, they're so small.
I know.
So they're like, you can build like a mountain behind and hide the motor there, and so like they're already like throwing all these ideas at me.
But how do you even get anything motorized?
I don't know. Like my first experiment with motorized is that car that kept on the wheel spinning around in circles.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah.
But Sunday was less busy or more busy?
Sunday was actually less busy. I remember when we went last year, it was on a Sunday and it was crammed. We were just hardly trying to get through.
I know.
Where it wasn't as busy this Sunday. It was busier on the Saturday.
Okay.
Not sure why. But one technique that they were telling me was, the snot building, like say a brick built road or floor. They were telling me this 5 to 6 rule, where 5 bricks high are the same as 6 studs long. And so when you build something sideways like that, you can keep those numbers in mind when you're building something.
Right.
I haven't played around with that yet, but that was interesting. I want to also play around with lettering, like not just how my Tublag letter is, but there are all these cool ways that people made signs and letters.
Yeah.
Not like the modular where you can just kind of see it sideways, but it was cool and curvy.
Yeah.
And then I guess we packed up, and then bringing the mocks there wasn't too bad. Things didn't really break on the bumpy ride. A lot of people built custom boxes and things for their own mocks, and I was watching how people
packed and unpacked. Like Chris.
Yeah, but there were huge spaceships and planes.
Yeah, I'm sad when you said that the CMF individual scenes, what are they called?
The habitats.
The habitats.
They weren't there this year.
That was my favorite last year.
Yeah, I really like that. And that's so swag. Other things I got. So in our goodie bag, we got this guy, who it's this year's Brickfete. Last year I got this.
Oh.
So this is this year's. the reason why he's in a fire hat is because the theme this year was fire.
Oh.
So that was another contest.
What did you do for fire?
If I wanted to be in the contest, I would have made a mock with fire. So I wasn't in
A
the
mock.
like a fire mock.
Oh.
So people made
I
different
like
things with mock.
I like the symbol on it. It's like a nice and shadowy.
Yeah, I think it's just blurry printing.
No, I think it's nice.
And then in our goodie bag, I got this poly bag. So it's an old style poly bag, and it was from Lasting Toys. Oh, I didn't tell you about this. So during the Kevin Hinkle talk, there was another contest called Build in a Bag. So this set was in a Ziploc bag, and you had to build the set, whoever can build it the fastest without opening the Ziploc bag. So you had to build it
That is
inside
so
the bag.
crazy.
And so one guy won it. I was like on step.
Oh my
whatever.
gosh, that is so crazy.
But this set here was specifically made for Brickfete Toronto.
Exclusive.
From Lego.
Wow.
So Lego made this set, so it's nowhere, but yeah.
I love it.
I bought 3 of from Boys with the Most Toys. I bought 3 of these. They came in these packets, and what they are mechs here. Posable.
Not quite these. Are these?
Posable mech frames.
Are these?
So yeah, so this is one mech frame. I think it might have been from this one. So Tristan was able to already put some armor or body to the mech frame. So this one, and this one, and it's from Boys with the Most Toys.
Mm-hmm.
He has a cool YouTube channel and also Flickr. Because on his Flickr, there are all these Transformer, I'll show it to you after, all these Transformer superhero and different things that Tristan makes, like the things that, but better, just because he's a pro.
That's cool.
And then
Is that a sticker?
I think it's a sticker.
Looks like a tattoo. No, you're right. It's probably a sticker.
All right. Monday.
Monday was it Magic Kingdom and my mom's birthday.
I thought no. It wasn't.
Monday.
Monday was
July 6th.
Was Hollywood Studios.
Hollywood Studios.
Yes.
So I didn't realize it was the smallest of all the parks. I guess I didn't really pay much attention when I was younger and sillier. And that's that Epcot, I haven't been here in like years, 5 years at least.
Yes.
We ran through it when we were doing our race, but that was about it. But it was fun. Not as many rides again as Magic Kingdom, still by far, but more shows. And I thought that the kids won't be as mesmerized with the shows. They say they enjoyed it still. I made them be part of a flash mob in the beginning where we had a parade, and I also put them in the Jedi training part of the Star Wars because there's not many unprincessy things going on in Disney parks, so I thought, Jedi, Star Wars, a bit more boy. Although little girls are more than welcome to be little Jedi-ettes. So both Tristan and Mason had fun doing that, but of course the Padawan training. But the expense of that, of course, is we finished this, and we signed up pretty late, so thankfully they had enough slots later on in the day, and I mean, like I said, we're there till the very
Tristan
end
was
again.
the biggest.
He was the biggest. They had to find extra large
Jedi. They're all short, and then you
they're
see
very
big
small,
guy,
like 4, 5, 6-year-olds, cute. I'm gonna beat Darth Vader, and then there's Tristan's like, I'm gonna beat Darth Vader.
He wasn't
and
shy.
Darth Vader is like, no, Tristan is not shy.
You should have went up there too then. What's the age limit for that?
Yeah, I don't know. Anyhow.
Were there girls or all little boys?
There were little girls.
Okay.
But mostly boys. I think there's like 2 little girls in their section, and they have like about 10 to 14, I think.
Okay.
People at a time, and so that was cool. But Hollywood Studios is more shows.
Did you talk about your flash mob?
Yeah, I did already.
Okay.
So yeah, that was cool. That was fun. That was different. My kids think I'm crazy, but you live only once. You might as well get all the opportunities. Mason's shy, and I feel like Tristan now thinks he's like, I really want this.
You're too cool for it.
But in the end, he's like, let's go do it, and I feel like Mason will do whatever Tristan will do anyway. So.
Were there a lot of people watching that didn't want to do it?
Everybody was watching. Everybody was
watching you.
It was my moment to shine in a flash mob, and I'm really shy in real life.
Yeah.
This is me at my most extroverted.
Yeah, sure.
In a flash mob. and then it started raining at the end of the day. We had a fast pass for Fantasmic.
Raining again?
Raining! I think
Oh.
that's why on Sunday we slept. It was just raining.
Oh.
Okay, Fantasmic, which is a water display show with lights and lasers and fireworks. So it was raining, but Disney being a strategically, you know, capitalistic place that it is, instead of canceling it right off, you know, they see that, oh, look, all these people are buying raincoats at $10 a pop, so we're all wearing them. And then instead of canceling it, every 7 minutes it will say, due to the unique circumstances, this show may be delayed or canceled. But not flat out, this show is canceled, go home, people, and get dry. And all these people, vendors were selling candy and drinks and popcorn. So there we are sitting for a full hour buying candy, drinks, and popcorn. So we're giving more of our money to Disney because they're so bright and smart. And then the show ultimately started. So everybody was happy. The rain stopped. It was like, ah. And then 30% into the show,
more rain.
It stopped. The show stopped.
Oh, the show stopped.
Because one of the performers apparently got stuck.
Oh.
But Disney, you know, being Disney, that magical voice, it just goes all black what we're watching, and it's in an amphitheater, so we can't see where the actors are or whatever. Yeah. And just this announcement, the show is now canceled. And we have like these, you know, awesome seats right at the front. So I was angry, I was wet, I was cold. My kids are poorly, like, you know, wet. My mom too was like, yeah. And I'm like, we're gonna stay till midnight. And now I'm like, I can't stay till midnight.
Wait, you guys didn't have the rain gear?
We did. We had the rain gear, but just wet and tired. Okay. So anyways, we went to go pee, but then when it went out again, the show restarted. Yeah. And we actually watched it from the
what?
From the bleachers.
Okay. Bleachers.
And we're standing at this point, and we actually can have a better view of the whole thing.
Yes. From
the bleachers rather than being up front. When you're up front, you're getting wet by all the splashing stuff, which was fun for the kids, but not when you're already wet from the rain. Mm-hmm. So we did do that, and then I wanted to stay for the fireworks. And honestly, if it were me, I would stay for the whole thing. I'd be there like right at 9 a.m. and I would be there until midnight because it's so magical. This is why Nick doesn't want to come with me.
No. I've been a lot. We had our honeymoon at Disney World.
That was like the first time I ever stayed in the resort because, like I said, my uncle lives right there. That there's really no point staying in any of the resorts.
Is the Grand Floridian still there?
Yes, of course. The Grand Floridian is just the Grand Floridian.
Is there a new one?
There are two. There's Animation and Pop.
Those are new.
They are newer. They are near Hollywood Studios. They're both like pop arts, like pop culture. They're both a bit like.
But they still have the Polynesian and contemporary.
Yeah, so those three are around
like
contemporary. So contemporary was the oldest around the Magic Kingdom, then the Polynesian and the Grand Floridian. And I wanted to be a princess, and we stayed at the Grand Floridian, and that was our honeymoon gift from our uncle.
We had 2 days at the Grand Floridian and 5 days at the Polynesian.
Yes, it was amazing.
It was good.
It was amazing, but yeah, like I mean, per day, it's quite a pretty penny to spend. Yeah. It's like $500 a night. It's just crazy. So thanks, Tito.
Okay, so what else?
So yeah, we stayed up until the end of that show, and then we were just walking straight to the parking.
So what time was it now?
This is now like 10. There's another show of this at 11, and I want to catch the show so we can keep on riding. But then I feel bad because then I'm leaving the Hayden who can't ride with my mom who can't ride either. Yeah. And it's just like I brought like my mom to babysit my kid on.
But she wanted to come.
She wanted to come. It was her birthday too, right? But we got to see the fireworks from the parking lot, and I gave up footage of that, so that was cool. Nothing beats Disney fireworks. Although for the July 4 weekend, or the July 4 day on TV, right? Because like we heard like fireworks happening in my uncle's neighborhood, but we couldn't really see them, and we didn't feel like driving. We should have, but we were just tired. Stupid heat. I didn't realize, and we have to do this. We have to do this in New York City, Manhattan. Yeah. The entire like where it's like the Twin Tower area, so the bottom of it. Okay. Right, so it's like by the Hudson River.
Yes.
Crazy fireworks for like 4 hours. Oh. And they televise it. And they have all these celebrities. It's like 8 p.m. So we're like eating that during dinner.
And this is on July
4. And I guess it happens all the time.
Were there?
I can't remember. But they sing and they oh yeah.
But you saw this on television.
Yes, on TV only. But I feel like I want to do that live one day.
Yeah.
I want to do that live one day. And
wait, what
crazy.
City was it in?
New York. Like Manhattan.
Like Times Square.
Yes. So I don't know how we missed it. Where were we? Weren't we there?
No, we were there on Canada Day.
Not July 4th. We already left by then.
Yeah,
because we were just for the weekend, right? Yeah. Oh my God! Had I known we were gonna miss such an amazing thing.
Because the Canada Day was the Monday that we were. It was still busy. Remember, we were walking around New York.
Yeah.
So we had left, I think, July 2nd.
Oh.
So
We
it
totally
was
missed
Canada Day weekend, but Canada Day wasn't until the Monday.
Yes.
And I think we left on the Monday or Tuesday or something like that.
All right.
I'm talking about New York a
A
couple of years ago.
long time ago now.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's it. Magical experience.
And then on Tuesday.
And one of the things that I try not to buy so much in Disney World or Florida. I mean, we end up still buying stuff because kids hungry, kids toys. You know, I'm like, is it your birthday? Is it Christmas? Did you get full straight A report cards? And yet, Twist or Rubbery Arm, they get their things. My uncle will indulge them. So, you know how I like those Starbucks mugs?
Yes.
But I like the ones that are like city, but relief, like embossed city. And I usually don't collect the ones that are just printed on. And those are everywhere now. They're everywhere. Even Toronto and Canada and Niagara Falls, they have one. But I didn't realize Magic Kingdom, all the Disney parks, has a Starbucks now, which is great because that's where I buy warm milk for Hayden to drink, my baby.
Okay.
And I couldn't help but buy them. So I have one from Epcot, I have from Hollywood Studios, and I have one from Magic Kingdom. And am I going to use them?
Did you show me it already?
I'll show it to you later.
Okay, and then Tuesday was the Lego store.
The Lego build.
You went to downtown Disney.
Yeah, so you reserved it for us a month ago at 3:20.
2:20 p.m.
3:20 p.m. And yes, downtown Disney. Usually downtown Disney, as soon as I get to Orlando, way back when.
You go there right away.
I go there right away. I love
So you waited
Disney.
until the last day.
So I didn't even go. I didn't even go until the very last day, and I don't know what possessed me to not even go there from I should have been there since the morning. Okay. However, what did we do in the morning? I went to Costco again.
You went shopping.
We went shopping.
You were killing time.
My mom was shopping. I was driving my mom around. We were packing. We were cleaning. We were doing laundry. And then it rained. It rained torrentially again. I was hoping to leave by after lunch. And it rained torrentially. We couldn't. And even before we went to downtown Disney, I ended up going to the Vineland outlets again to go to the downtown, to go look at stuff. I don't know what possessed me to do that. I should have just gone straight to downtown Disney. I should have gone. Yeah. Anyhow, we get there. So much renovation, reconstruction happening.
Oh, like the Cirque du Soleil.
Yeah. So the Cirque du Soleil. I didn't even know it was there. I think it was still there. They're getting rid of Disney Quest. Which is the Disney Quest, which is like the arcades thing there.
Oh, I don't know that.
Near the Virgin's.
How about
Island's
Pleasure
Island? It's still there, but so they're just making you know how you can when you're driving up that road, you can see all that complex restaurants, it's a whole stretch.
Okay.
So in front of that, more stuff is being built.
Oh.
And there's even a high rise to build, but I couldn't find parking for the longest time.
More fun stuff.
More fun stuff.
Wow.
Meaning we have to go back next year. I have to go back next year. So yeah, I finally found parking. It was a block away. They were telling me park at the high rise, but honestly, it took so long to get. I just saw the line up to the high rise. There's no way. So I ended up just dragging my kids over a block. I'm gonna walk that distance anyway, you know. So I got to the build about 5 minutes late, but they still let us in, and it was interesting because it was in this private room.
It looked different from the mini builds in Toronto.
The mini builds would just go into the store and they have some random table set up. Here, there's a private room. So I guess maybe for birthday parties.
Maybe this is the new setup they have, because it looked like instead of following instructions, they had someone there teaching the kids how to build.
I was so bored.
I know from the video, just
And the guy's like, here is your picture. And as soon as Tristan sees the pictures, he just starts building. And he even built it. And so this is how it looks like. And I really like this build. I thought it was a very cool whale mini build with a cool spout with the ice cream for the bubble.
So you get some nice tiles there. You get these cool smooth
I like them. So we got to do this. And then one of the highlights too was I met a YouTuber, Arcely Bricks. So she lives in the Kissimmee area as well. And a few months ago, I remember mentioning it to her. So she's
also on Instagram.
She's also on Instagram, Arcely Bricks.
Her
and her 2 boys and her husband came along. So it was cool because we got to pose our 2 minifigs together, and we posted that picture on Instagram. And we got to chatting, and we just didn't have enough time to really chat. And it was that time of the day we're dinner, so it's not okay, do we go for dinner, because I had dinner plans too back home. Oh, it's almost like I stole her minifig, and I didn't. I didn't steal her sig fig.
So that's Arcely Bricks, and that's the Brick Zapper.
So she's very cool, and she was telling me how much she loves minifigs, and we could talk all about Lego as much as we want. However, we had to be moms to our children who were just playing with the brick wall, making all these different mocks. We're like, no, put them back away, put them away. But very lovely, and hopefully in our next visit I can meet up with her again. And
her husband works at the Lego store, right?
No, her husband works for Disney.
Oh, Disney.
Yeah, so he got a discount with the Disney store. So Tristan was able to get his Technique set that he wanted because Mason already got a lightsaber at the World of Disney store right beside it. And I told Tristan, you have $15 to spend, but the item he chose was 20, but we got a discount, so it went back down to about 15. So it was decent. But again, the exchange rate, yeah, this is what he got.
Yeah.
But the exchange rate between Canadian and US is so bad right now. I mean, it's been worse, but it's just so bad that I am dreading how much.
And this is what you got me.
And this is the only custom. Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I know you.
No, she also got me this. Brick adjuster. So
you can select the color of the brick, the color of the letters, and then what you want to be printed on these bricks. They're $4.99 each, and apparently only the Downtown Disney Lego store makes it.
Brickstar actually did something like this.
They could go to Downtown Disney?
I think so.
So that's the only special thing that
I think
there.
This would have looked better with white on red.
I wasn't sure.
White on red would have been.
I wasn't sure.
Clearer.
What else would you like next time? So my whole future thing is I hope in the future I get to go maybe next November. They have a food and wine half marathon. And it's also Susan's birthday. And
then Wednesday you came home.
And then Wednesday I came home. Our flight was like at 7 a.m. in the morning, meaning we had to be at the airport by like 5:30. So I was awake at 2 because when I have deadlines like this, I'm just awake in my head. So our first flight lag to Atlanta, I was passed out with Hayden, which was thank goodness we were. But our second lag from Atlanta to Buffalo, Hayden was just a naughty baby. Crying. And then we're back home, packed, and I am back to real life. Went to work, and I'm on call this weekend.
Okay, that was a long.
I think we'll keep this for next weekend.
Well, let's talk about Lego news because there's going to be Lego news next weekend too.
Is there?
So Lego news. First thing that was kind of revealed at San Diego Comic-Con is one of the new books.
You love books? I love books. Oh, and also for this Orlando trip, there's a bunch of things from Amazon.com that I ordered, and it got delivered to my uncle's house.
So this is a new book.
Which is great.
And for this book, there's going to be a rare collectible minifigure.
Oh.
A zombie skateboarder is the rumor.
Skateboarder, really?
A zombie skateboarder.
Really?
And so for this book, it's supposed to come out in October, and it's 35 years of Lego history.
Oh.
So looks cool. There's a bunch of minifigures in this book. It kind of reminds me of that book that has all the collectible minifigures in them.
Mm-hmm.
But I think maybe there might be other. Yeah, this is not a collectible minifigure. Oh, I just screen toucher.
Screen toucher. That's cool. When's it coming out?
October.
See, we're going to be used too early in bed.
And then another book that's going to be coming out is this one here.
Oh my God. And
this is Great Lego Sets, Visual History. And for this one, the giveaway is a mini version of Benny's Spaceship. So again, it's kind of like a visual history. This is how it looks like.
Oh, pretty.
A visual history of.
Again, with these books, wait for them to be in Costco. Okay?
Yes.
Listen to your wife.
Another cool thing is all 13 Doctors are going to be included in the Lego Dimensions.
What?
For Doctor Who.
Oh my God, does Tristan know?
So there's.
Oh my God, does Tristan know?
So there's pictures of them here of all the different
Holy
Doctors.
Bajiji.
But I'm just hoping that
does Tristan know?
That they actually come out with the actual figures of all of them. They did show.
I don't understand that. You mean like this as diagrams, like in part of the game.
Part of the game.
Oh, boo.
So I don't know if they're going to be the actual.
Oh, I'm not excited.
But look, there's going to be a minifigure of Cyberman and a brick-built Dalek. So that's cool. Cyberman, he's one of the villains from Doctor Who.
Oh. I need to catch up on my Doctor Who.
This is going to be coming out January 19th for this expansion pack.
January 19th still?
January 19th. And for the actual Doctor Who
is there a Doctor Who
level, it's November 3rd.
Oh, that's cool. It's a printed brick of the.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Other things that were kind of announced at this weekend, San Diego Comic-Con is going on this weekend.
Yeah, that's right.
And you can, if you're there, you can actually get the Scooby-Doo or the Big Bang Theory sets early because those come out in August. So they're selling those early at. I think I even saw Brick Show already has
Oh, cool.
the Big Bang. We can do this after. Big Bang Theory. Another thing, part of the news is the Ninjago set. That's just
Ninjago.
Ninjago.
I have
So
to
it's
start.
the.
Hey, the air jutsu, do they fly or are they just twirl on the ground?
I
Like
think they twirl.
they don't fly.
Yeah. So the Ninjago Air Jitsu set looks huge. That's how that
What
looks.
does that mean when you say that?
I don't know. But it comes with a lot of minifigures.
Oh yeah, I saw this.
It comes with
Wait, how much? Holy cow, it's huge!
yeah, 230.
This is in January, right?
No, it's VIP release August 18th.
Oh, good.
But I don't know if I'm. But I think the Brick Zapper is gonna be drawing all those cool Ninjago minifigures.
That is
'cause they look
cool.
cool. A rumor that came out was where is that rumor?
Rumors got it. Ooh.
2016, 2016, they might have a
I'm so excited.
What?
I saw that.
No, that's not it. 2016, they might be coming out with a Disney CMF series.
Oh
Possibly.
yes,
You heard about that?
Yes, I got it from Maniac Bricks.
Pixar characters.
But it can be like falsehood.
Could be false. But Pixar characters, like what Pixar characters do you think they should make?
They should make the little lamp.
I think they should make like Monsters Inc. characters. They should make a big Baymax character.
They should make Inside Out, the characters that I'm drawing right now that people are giving me thumbs down for.
Yeah, I don't know about Inside Out. But the thing is that Disney is connected with Marvel.
Yes.
So maybe they might come up with a Marvel CMF, like the X-Men, maybe.
But they already have some.
Yeah, but they have a lot that they don't have.
Yes. Well, that's their fault. Right.
And then there's also a photo. I don't know if you saw this photo of Angry Birds. Did you see the Angry Birds photo?
But isn't Angry Birds like? Wouldn't Angry Birds, if they make it to like be just like those little Angry Birds thing that I like?
Oh, just wait. Let me show you the. I don't know why I didn't show you the photo.
Oh, what's that? What's that? What's the black stuff?
Here.
Oh, that looks weird. That looks weird.
So it's a minifigure. You can tell by the arms. Oh, it's moving down. You can tell by the arms it's a minifigure. But that's cool.
That's cool.
That's Redbird.
Mm-hmm.
And the last little bit of news is they showed the Lego Batman versus Superman Dawn of Justice Batmobile.
Oh,
so the new Batmobile.
Big?
It's not big. It's gonna be a $30 set. They said with like 3 minifigures, but it just looks cool. It doesn't look like the typical Batmobile. I guess it's the same Batmobile that they're gonna use in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Here it is. So that's a cool Batmobile.
That's cool. Wow, that's cool. It doesn't look too big though, huh? But it's nice.
It's small. It's
nice.
It's
I
like
feel
a small
like
set.
we can finish it up by tiling it.
Yeah.
At the top.
But I guess the studs give it like see how the tumbler has like the studs like an armored
rough look.
Armored look.
Armored.
Yes. Okay, I think that's any thoughts about any of those news that I kind of said.
I am excited about the Doctor Who stuff. I really am.
Yeah.
If I'm thinking of all the minifigs, because I'm all about minifigs, right? Like.
Yeah.
I love all the minifigs.
Like having a display of all 13
gotta start dusting.
13 Doctor Who
That would be
guys.
cool. You know, that's the thing. When we went to Epcot, right? So there's the England International Pavilion.
Yeah.
And they had a whole slew of English themed stuff. So they have Winnie the Pooh. They had Paddington Bear. Like you can buy all these souvenirs. They had the Beatles, which was cool. They had Doctor Who, and they had these shirts from Doctor Who that were like in the Fan Expo that we went last year. So I want to get one for Tristan, where you had the different Doctor Who's. Remember? Why didn't we get it for him? We thought it was expensive, and then in England, Nick, it was $42 for a shirt, $42 for a T-shirt. So I think we're gonna get it at Fan Expo this year. I don't know, but yeah, but they couldn't have Harry Potter, and Harry Potter is so English, but they couldn't have it because Universal's own it.
Oh.
But it's like so glaringly missing, right? You're like, you go to England and you're thinking, oh, I'm here, and oh, there's no Harry Potter. Anyway, so.
Oh, there was something else at Brickfete Toronto. There were these guys here. They're called T-shirt dudes,
Yes.
and they had their own booth there. They're selling T-shirts, Lego type of T-shirts.
Yes.
But the cool thing was, so all the shirts they had there were blank with different sizes. And so you choose like what you want, and they print the shirt right there for you.
Oh,
at that moment.
cool.
And they're nice prints. There's like a spaceship print. There was
like
like
this, and that'll be like $2 cheaper.
something like that, I guess.
Wow.
They had
but
like
you have to bring your own graphic.
no, they had their own graphics there.
Oh, I see.
And then you just choose what you want. There's $20 a shirt. Like a lot of people were getting. I was gonna get something for you guys, but then I didn't know which one you want. So maybe next year if you're there, you can choose your own.
I want to take my own.
Any color there, and then all these different cool Lego that we can wear on the live stream.
Yeah, no, that's cool. How much are they charging them for?
$20. You can also get them online too, but then that's shipping.
100 shirts for only $5. But we have to buy 100 shirts.
Yeah.
And hats.
Okay, so
they are. Oh, that's cool. Okay.
So that's it for this episode.
Yay! You're so full of brick.
Full of brick.
Or not so full of brick.
We'll be back next week, probably Saturday.
Yeah,
time. Not sure about this time was kind of late, but we'll see.
But it's good because then Hayden's asleep.
Yeah. All right. See you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.
That was a lot to cover.